dark subculture. This monster influences to all negatively. In other words, this dark subculture is the main cause of all kinds of evil and the existing social phenomenon of this country of Colombia. And it is expanding like a virus all over in other countries. Fifth, the worst thing of this tribulation was and still is, as I mentioned before, that I do not have anyone to appeal for help or have no family, not even friends. To the contrary, I have a responsibility to help my mother and so to my daughter. Also, I was forced to expand my limited daily income in research, writing, and developing the social project and other personal expenses during 2002-2004 years. At the other hand, during a long period of time, bit by bit, I got weak mentally and physically and lost my health due to the excessive efforts during over 2 years. So later, I found myself in a great need of financial help. I was so perturbed due to the overwork working alone that I forgot to take care of myself, and including that money that I had lent to relatives in New York. Sixth, until January 2004, still I was living in a comfortable apartment in Medellin, but facing severe financial difficulties and I did not know what to do. Suddenly, I realized the solution was in my hands. I recalled that I have $120,000 that I lent to relatives in New York City. So I decided to recover immediately that money. When I appealed to them, they were unable to pay me back immediately, but they promised me to pay me by March 2004. The sad hour and sad day. Seventh, due to difficulties of bank restrictions for that transaction between New York and Medellin, John, one of the money borrowers, decided to come to Colombia to do some business, buy and sell merchandise, and at the same time deliver me personally that money. So we arranged to meet on Friday, middle of March 2004 by 11 a.m. and we met within the premises of the bank in Medellin. It was easily located at downtown of Medellin because the visitor did not know the city. So we met such a day that we arranged. We talked about the family, his business, and other matters. John delivered me the money in a common dark bag to avoid curiosity. Thereafter, I walked out in the bank, right out to another bank to do a financial transaction. While my thoughts were full of hope and merriment, making plans to solve so many financial and health problems, including the needs of my mother. After I walked 200 meters approximately, my mind was thinking also some humanitarian thoughts to benefit the weak. Suddenly, I heard a motorcycle stop in the mother, and at the same time, I heard fast steps back me. When I was going to turn back, suddenly, I felt a strong arm surrounded my neck. It was so pressing. I felt that I was going to fall down, feeling without air. At the same time, I felt a knife over my stomach. Thereafter, 5 seconds appeared another man with a fire gun placing on my head. Semi-conscious, I heard a strong voice. "Be quiet, man. If you move, we will kill you. Give me back that caroler." A small bag of leather with personal documents. I was paralyzed all over that moment for a few minutes. Sad and traumatized, I watched them running out on their motorcycle with my money, $120,000, and my personal documents, and they disappeared in seconds. Thereafter, I called the police with the help of 2 persons who were a witness of that criminal assault. The police came back 10 minutes and ran out the criminals. Thereafter 45 minutes, expecting anxiously at last, the police came back without positive results. So I lost my money. during the most worst critical personal conditions and financial status as I never imagined to be or had been ever before. It was unthinkable. 8. From that hour and day of Friday, March 2004, my life and my destiny changed dramatically as I never imagined. That great dream personal plan disappeared completely. Let's see. First dream, to help my mother to improve her health and buy her a house. Second dream, to recover my health mentally and physically and my weight. Third dream, to develop and build a basis of the human and social transformation project to initiate its operation. Fourth dream, to open a naturist clinic somewhere in Medellin. These sweet dreams that were in my hands just a few hours before the tragic criminal event disappeared completely. Thereafter, that tragic day, I was able to survive under shelter during 30 days, mentally and emotionally destroyed. I was surrounded by depressed thoughts, without a friend or a relative or a female companion to just talk. So I found myself with my bank account closed, without 1 cent in my pocket. And at the same time, I was forced to go and be out to the streets because I was evicted out of my shelter. I lost everything that I had in my apartment. Again, I find no words to express the feelings I experienced then. I was forced to sleep every night right out of my shelter that I lost. This sad and cruel experience could make crazy to anyone. Sincerely, to my mind came thoughts of suicide and death. I asked myself, why this tragedy came to my life? Why it happened to me? My brain is still traumatized and weak to express clearly the sad and dramatic experience during this eternal, unbelievable, over 10 years. Just surviving miraculously during those infernal days and nights. As effects of this tribulation, I suffered a crude process of premature aging. I lost my health, lost my weight, so I am skinny as a 14 years old today. And at the same time, I got many ugly imperfections on my face, as you may notice. My mind had been traumatized during the past over 10 years. I lost a great deal of my health, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I also lost some of my faculties in a certain degree, such as my memory, creativity, concentration, and others. My brain is good. Therefore, my writing and speaking English are poor. However, there is a hope at last to get back on my feet, thanks to God, that guided me to find this humanitarian social platform and find you and perhaps your humanitarian help. Well, here is one of those unique opportunities to profit great blessings from heaven to your personal life and your family. Finally, we must know and remember or keep in mind the following. Our lives are ruled by laws, natural, spiritual, and also biological, such as the law of love, the law of compensation, the law of cause and effect, the law of retribution, among other laws. As you sow, so shall you reap in this life. Now that you know a summary of this terrible nightmare, I invite you to help me to get back on my feet and help me to live a normal life and be able to help my fellow men with God's guide. You may obtain a special reward, given not only by me but also by the spiritual and natural law from heaven, as I mentioned it. Thank you for your kind patience. God bless you.